Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for March 27, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, we've been following the developments in the Caribbean, where two sailboats carrying humanitarian aid to Cuba have gone missing. The search and rescue operation is underway, with concerns growing for the safety of the crew members on board. In other news, the Conservative Political Action Conference, or CPAC, is currently underway in Dallas, facing a test of unity among its base due to the ongoing war with Iran. Despite lower-than-expected attendance and last-minute schedule changes, some attendees remain enthusiastic about the event. Lastly, we've been covering a range of global challenges, from geopolitical tensions and technological ethics to human rights and sporting regulations. The world is grappling with complex issues, including the International Olympic Committee's decision to ban trans women from competing in female categories and a Spanish woman's legal battle over her right to die, which has drawn attention to euthanasia laws. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide in-depth analysis as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then shall and know what's right now. Firstly, we've been following the developments in the Middle East, where tensions continue to escalate in the West Bank. A recent settler attack near Bethlehem resulted in the death of a Palestinian man, marking the seventh death since the start of the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran last month. The situation remains volatile, with increasing settler violence and rapid settlement growth. In other news, the United Nations General Assembly has voted overwhelmingly in favor of a resolution acknowledging the transatlantic slave trade as a crime against humanity. The resolution, sponsored by Ghana, recognizes the immense suffering and injustice inflicted upon millions of Africans who were forcibly enslaved and transported to the Americas. While many countries and organizations have welcomed this move, others, including the United States, have expressed concerns about potential implications. Lastly, we've been tracking a developing story from earlier in the week, where a Palestinian man was killed in a settler attack near Bethlehem. The Israeli Defense Forces confirmed a clash between settlers and Palestinians, but the accounts of the incident differ. This incident is part of a larger trend of increasing settler violence in the West Bank. Additionally, we reported on a historic vote at the United Nations General Assembly where 129 member states voted in favor of acknowledging the transatlantic slave trade as a crime against humanity. The resolution calls for measures to address the ongoing legacies of slavery and recognizes the importance of education, remembrance, and reconciliation. We also covered a story about the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran, which has led to increased tensions in the region. A Palestinian man was killed in a settler attack near Bethlehem, marking the seventh death since the start of the conflict. In another story, we reported on the United Nations General Assembly's vote on a resolution acknowledging the transatlantic slave trade as a crime against humanity. The resolution, sponsored by Ghana, recognizes the immense suffering and injustice inflicted upon millions of Africans who were forcibly enslaved and transported to the Americas. Now, for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm Louis, your trusted guide through the world of finance and economics. Firstly, we've been following the developing story of the European Union's economy chief warning of a potential stagflationary shock due to the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. The EU economy is at risk of experiencing low growth combined with high inflation, which could have serious implications for European economies. In another segment, we explored the impact of the ongoing conflict on mortgage rates. According to recent reports from Freddie Mac, the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage has hit 6.38%, while the 15-year fixed-rate mortgage rate is up to 5.75%. We broke down what this means for homebuyers and those considering refinancing, emphasizing the importance of understanding the costs and calculating potential savings. Lastly, we touched on 3 investment stories that remind us to be discerning in our pursuit of returns. Whether seeking high-yield fixed income or dividend-focused equity exposure, it's crucial to evaluate opportunities carefully, weighing benefits against risks. As your trusted guide, I encourage you to stay vigilant, conduct thorough research, and maintain a long-term perspective. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide updates and expert analysis. Stay ahead of the curve, and remember, what are today's mortgage interest rates? The answer might just change your financial future. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, in the world of space exploration, we've been following the development of a self-assembling space habitat designed by Aurelia Institute. This innovative concept aims to provide a solution for the limited capacity of the International Space Station and could revolutionize our approach to space habitation. In the realm of artificial intelligence, Wikipedia has made headlines by banning all AI-generated content, highlighting the ongoing debate about the role of artificial intelligence in shaping our digital landscape. Meanwhile, OpenAI has put its plans for an erotic chatbot on hold indefinitely, citing concerns from staff and investors. Lastly, we explored a captivating story that combines space with human ingenuity, using a huge magnet to protect Earth from dangerous asteroids. The concept, known as non-contact orbital velocity adjustment or NOVA, proposes utilizing a large magnet to gently pull apart potentially hazardous asteroids, deflecting them away from our planet. While there are uncertainties to be addressed, this innovative solution could add a valuable tool to our planetary defense toolkit. These stories represent just a few examples of the rapid advancements being made in technology and space exploration. As we continue to navigate these evolving landscapes, it's essential to maintain a nuanced perspective, acknowledging both the tremendous potential and inherent complexities of these developments. Good night, and keep looking up at those stars. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, the NCAA tournament has been living up to its reputation for thrilling matchups and unexpected turns. Purdue's nail-biting win over Texas, secured by Trey Kaufman, Wren's clutch putback, and Arizona's dominant performance against Arkansas are just a couple of the highlights from the past day's games. The tournament is heating up, with powerhouses like Arizona and Purdue still in contention. In other sports news, we're celebrating a significant milestone for women's hockey. The Professional Women's Hockey League has marked a major step forward with its national broadcast on ION, reaching over 126 million households nationwide. This move comes at an opportune time, following the surge in interest after the Winter Olympics. However, as we celebrate this progress, it's also important to address concerns about how female athletes' stories are portrayed in the media. Experts like Erica the 50th Ayala emphasize the need for authentic representation and inclusivity. These stories and more have been making headlines over the past few days. For a deeper dive into each of these topics, I invite you to check out our full articles on the AIDailyPress website. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Over the past few evenings, we've covered a range of significant stories from around the world. Firstly, we reported on a tragic helicopter crash off the coast of Hawaii, which resulted in the loss of 3 lives and injured 2 others. The incident highlights the risks associated with helicopter tours, despite their popularity for exploring breathtaking landscapes. We also followed developments in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, including an attack on a synagogue that left several people dead and many injured. The international community has condemned the attack and called for peace and an end to violence. Additionally, we've been monitoring severe weather conditions in the United States, with historic floods affecting several states and causing widespread damage and displacement. On a more uplifting note, we took our listeners on a journey to Easter Island, or Rapa Nui, where we explored the profound connection between the ancient Moai statues and the celestial wonders above. We reflected on the importance of preserving our natural wonders and the cultures they inspire, particularly in an era where light pollution threatens to obscure our view of the stars. These stories remind us of the complexities and challenges of our world, but also of the beauty and wisdom that can be found in remote and enchanting places like Easter Island. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Can we talk about the latest buzz in entertainment? First, we celebrated the enduring legacy of legendary singer-songwriter Laura Nyro, whose music continues to captivate audiences with its timeless humanity and poetic depth. With new releases and a forthcoming documentary on the horizon, Nyro's influence on contemporary music is undeniable. Next up, we dived into Miley Cyrus's Hannah Montana 20th Anniversary Special, which has been making waves all week. Her new song, Younger You, is a beautiful reflection on her journey from teen sensation to superstar, and the video is a lovely tribute to her roots. We discussed how this nostalgia trip feels genuine, with Miley speaking straight to fans' hearts and embracing her true self. And finally, we tackled the news that the Oscars are not only moving to YouTube, but also leaving the iconic Dolby Theater for a new venue downtown. Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we reported on the alarming plight of the Andean bear, which is teetering on the brink of extinction due to habitat loss and human activities. A stunning photograph by Sebastian Di Domenico has brought attention to this majestic creature, reminding us of the importance of conservation efforts to protect its unique habitat. Next, we delved into the remarkable world of snowflies, tiny insects that defy conventional wisdom by thriving in the harsh conditions of winter. New research has revealed that these incredible creatures produce anti-freeze proteins and can even generate heat through mitochondrial processes, a trait previously thought to be exclusive to mammals. Lastly, our third article touched on the devastating impact of human activities on the environment, as seen in the case of the oil spill off the coast of South Africa. The disaster has sparked concerns about the long-term effects on marine life and ecosystems, emphasizing the need for responsible stewardship of our planet's natural resources. These stories not only showcase the wonders of the natural world, but also underscore the importance of preserving and protecting it for future generations. Join us next time on the AIDailyPress podcast as we continue to explore the intricacies and complexities of our incredible planet. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenacher for AIDailyPress, the world's most unbiased news source.